Okay, so another day, another series, man. This one over here is called A Vase Alcove of Musical Threads. This is all going to be Portuguese music. It's a Rosa series, and we're doing a whole flurry of Portuguese artists. So for those of you who, well, don't like Portuguese artists, I guess this one is one that you skip. And for those of you who want to actually listen to something new, to music from my neck of the woods, well, not exactly my neck of the woods, I'm in South Africa, but I'm Portuguese, so from my people, you can stick around, man. So yeah, we're starting off with GNTK, Jaula, featuring Candy June. I do have lyrics for every single one of these, so I'm not gonna like stop every single second. I'm literally gonna let it play out, and then I'll read a part of the lyrics, and then let it play out and read a part of the lyrics, just so we know what the song's about. That's all we're really looking to do. We're not looking to do a deep sort of like cut into every single line, because it'll just stop the music, and it's not cool. So yeah, let's see what we got. GNTK, Jaula featuring Candy June. Vamos lá ouvir esta coisa. My Portuguese is good. My reading and writing sometimes is not that great. But anyway, let's carry on. You gotta love that Portuguese fado guitar, man.
A vida corre e não consegues agarrá-la. Vives numa jaula, sem saber se vês o sol outra vez. A saudade não se cala e tu só queres matá-la para voltares a viver.
Peço desculpa se isto insulta a vossa atenção. Vim falar por vozes mudas, na posse dos que são piores que Judas, mas que não se julgam. Algo que na escola não estudas, alvos de pecados morais. Alguns dizem que álcool ajuda. Alto.
Okay, well,
que eu já falei.
So that's I'm literally just going through the lyrics over here as well. That's actually fire. Firstly, that beginning vocal, a female vocalist, absolutely incredible. But I'll read this over here. I'll tell you where he starts and where she actually did. So what she said is, life runs by and can't catch. That's basically the hook. Life runs by and you can't catch it. You live in a cage, not knowing if you'll see the sun again. The longing never stops, and you just want to kill her. I think he's talking about life, or maybe a partner, so you can live again. I apologize if this, now when he starts, says, I apologize if this insults your attention. I came to speak through silent voices in the possession of those who are worse than Judas. So he's talking about people that are close to him, where it's like your best friends are your biggest enemies, essentially. But they don't judge themselves. Sometimes you don't study at school. Of course they don't judge themselves. Always pointing out, specifically today. They don't study at school the targets of moral sins. Some say alcohol helps. Lad, I've already said too much, but I speak of fear in secret, intimate stories of the victims who live. So basically this is obviously just a mental war that he's fighting within his own head. Although it sounds absolutely amazing, man.
Não estudas, alvos de pecados morais. Alguns dizem que álcool ajuda. Alto, que eu já falei demais. Mas falo do medo em segredo. Histórias íntimas dessas vítimas que vão vivendo após os víntinas. Peles que eu nunca me senti, mas é bom relembrar os amores de fachada. A porta fechada para ninguém ver nada. De um lado a bater a saudade e o outro a bater à vontade. Mas deixa, já que ninguém se queixa, só vai haver desprezo. E na hora de pôr o peso naquela balança do indefeso, eu sei que só vai ter atenção se for a filha de um chefe ou neta de um moura. Se não,
a justiça não pode atender a senhora. O amor nem sempre vence e o destino é amanhã. Para viver a ver quando
This is giving me goosebumps, man. I told you, every single time, it doesn't matter what language it's in. If you want to make a song absolutely fire, put a female vocalist on the hook. I keep saying that all of the time. Put a female vocalist on the hook. But the lyrics over here, it's great. It's absolutely incredible. It's good to remember the facade loves behind closed doors, so no one sees anything. So it's again just talking about how people act in public and how people are behind closed doors. Two very different things. One side missing you, and the other hitting at will. But let it go, since no complaints, there will only be contempt. And when it comes to putting the weight on the scale of the defenseless, right, that's where he says balança. Balança is a scale. Defenseless, I know you'll pay attention if it's the daughter of the chief of the... So it's amazing where he plays out into this. Is like the common man is completely forgotten. The common man will get stabbed in the back. But when it comes to the actual families of the powerful, then all of a sudden people tend to pay attention. And it's not just the powerful, it's not just like the politicians and the elite, it's actually the people who are sort of friends with the elite, but they're not really. They just think that proximity to power somehow makes them powerful, right? So yeah, so this over here is literally just talking about, it's kind of ripping off the mask off the face of the darker side of humanity, right? And the darker side of life in terms of how life is beautiful, but on the other side of that, it can also be very dark and demeaning because people have, they've got other ulterior motives that makes them really evil to a certain degree and corrupt. So yeah, that's basically just the song. I just want to listen to the song out because the song is absolutely amazing. Let's go.
O amor nem sempre vence e o destino é amanhã. Para viver a ver quando convence o medo. Só que não há interesse de saber a quem pertence. O grito da silêncio. A vida corre e não consegues agarrá-la. Vives numa jaula sem saber se vives outra vez. A saudade não se cala e tu só queres matá-la para voltares a viver.
Ela imaginou algo diferente, agora não quer mas que se contente. Até porque quem cala consente, tu nem sabes como deixá-la contente. E nessa amostra de como se ama, aos filhos demonstras também que o monstro não vive debaixo da cama, mas dorme na cama da mãe. Só que nem a tua desgraça disfarça essa farsa de seres um ser patriarcal. Quando a vida é farta, não farta nem faltam as farpas ao espetares o teu animal. Manda vir a taça que a raça que caças é escassa e assim vais-te sentindo tal. Mas a tua graça que a vendes de graça só engraça essa laia igual.
This GNTK is absolutely incredible. The last one I heard, I think I've only heard one of theirs, which was with Jessica Soprano. It was absolutely incredible. And actually, if you're paying attention, if you're Portuguese and you actually pay attention to the actual pockets that he's in, to the actual syllabic rhyming, right? With the way he's hitting those syllables, right? It's absolutely on point. On point, on point, on point. As if it's like done in English. Really, really good. Fantastic, fantastic, fantastic. He's playing well with words. He's playing well in those schemes. Very, very cool. It's literally very flowy and the cadence is fantastic as well.
Vais-te sentindo tal, mas a tua graça que a vendes de graça só engraça essa laia igual. Agora vai, super-homem, liberta esses nervos que te consomem. Dá-lhe mais um soco bem metido, sem nenhum motivo, até que a morte vos depare como prometido. Mas no final tu sabes parecer tão comovido e até pedes perdão naqueles olhos inseguros. Mas essa confissão nunca fará nenhum sentido, já que o que foram olhos hoje são óculos escuros.
O amor nem sempre vence e o destino é amanhã. Para viver a ver quando convence o medo. Só que não há interesse de saber a quem pertence. O grito da silêncio. A vida corre e não consegues agarrá-la. Vives numa jaula sem saber se vives outra vez.
This is giving me goosebumps, man. But you know what? I'm very passionate about sort of my origin. So this over here, let me just read you this lyrics over here. It's just the end of the song. But not even your misfortune disguises this farce of being a patriarchal being. When life is full, there is no shortage of splinters when you poke your animal. Order the cup because the breed you hunt is scarce, and so you start to feel like that. But your grace that you sell for free, this kind of thing is just funny. It's amazing how it pulls out just sort of the hypocrisy of people in terms of like we think we have grace, but it's actually for sale to the highest bidder. This kind of thing is just funny. Now go Superman. So almost he's obviously being patronizing about that. Release those nerves that consume you. Give one more sneak punch for no reason until death do you part as promised. So it shows you the sort of malevolent side of humanity, where we do like to put daggers in people's backs for no reason and think that we're powerful in doing that. Until death do us part as promised, but at the end we know how to look so moved. And you even ask for forgiveness in those insecure eyes. But this confession will never make any sense. So this whole thing is basically a confession, right? It's the dark, hard truth of a person. Love doesn't always win, and destiny is tomorrow. To live and see when fear convinces, there's just no interest to know who it belongs to. The cry of silence, life runs by and you can't catch it, and then we go straight back into that hook. It's absolutely beautiful song over here.
Sem saber se vês o sol outra vez, a saudade não se cala e tu só queres matá-la para voltar. A vida corre e não consegues agarrá-la, vives numa jaula sem saber se vês o sol outra vez, a saudade não se cala e tu só queres matá-la para voltar. Se viver.
Fire. This track is absolutely fire. This is a cracking track to get started with. Absolutely cracking track. I can see I'm going to absolutely love this series. I'm going to, because it's the music of my people. So yeah, man, that was such an awesome track. Let's get on to the next one, man. Peace.